I'll turn off the music and we will start breaking it down and looking at it bit by bit, really slowly. So just bear with me now. I'm not going to say anything. You can just listen to the rhythm in the step and how it matches with the music. Okay, so we'll look at what is in that step. So like I said, because it's such a rhythmic piece, visually there's not a lot of things happening. It's the one thing over and over again. But in terms of rhythm, it's a really, really powerful piece. So with that, it's a lot of repetition. Like I said, close to the floor beats that we're driving over and over again to really drive the rhythm of the tune. So first thing we need is a stamp on the floor. So our right foot stamps out in front of us. And the trick here to remember is that there's no weight on that stamp. It's just going out to hit the floor to make a beat. But we don't step on it, we don't lean on it, nothing like that. That's why as I dance it, I always call it out as opposed to stamp. I like to make sure that I always think that it's just my foot going out on the floor. So the next piece, we pull that foot back where it started. That's our next beat. So you have two beats there. One foot goes out, and second beat, put your foot back where you started. So we call that out, back. You can try that with me. Out, back. And just be very careful here from the beginning that you make sure that you don't put any body weight on the out part. You're just stamping and showing off your foot. Throw it out and put it back. Out, back. All together. Out, back. All together. Out, back. All together. Out, back. Okay, so next piece that comes in is what I call, when I dance, I call it 1-2. So it's on our left foot, we have a 1-2 beat. So the first beat comes by hitting the floor with the heel of our foot. So it's very similar to the start of the shuffle that we looked at yesterday in the beginner's class. So that's our first beat, the heel hits off the floor. Second beat, put your foot back down where it started. So that's 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Heel and down. And if you want to see it from the side, just so you can see how pronounced it is, just the heel hitting off the floor, heel out for 1 and 2, put your foot back down where it started. So those two pieces together look like this. Out, back, 1, 2. So try that with me. Right foot goes out first. Out, pull it back, left foot the heel, 1 and 2 beat, just put your foot back down, 2. All together we'll practice that much. Out, back, 1, 2. Again, 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 out, back, 1, 2. Okay, so that's really all that you need for this side of the step. Now you'll see the repetition starting. So that's all the movements. That's all the new material to learn. Now it's about building up the pattern. So you can think of it this way. What we've just done there, we're going to do that twice. Exactly what we did, we dance twice. So we go out, pull it back, 1, 2. We go out, pull it back, 1, 2. It goes two times. There's no pause in between. That's what creates the lovely rhythm here. We're going to run the two pieces straight into each other. So just be aware of that. There's no time to lose when we go into the second time round. So if you want to dance that with me, what we just did, and twice, 2 times in a row. Right foot out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. All together, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. So it's at this point that you'll see how important it is that when you do the out bit, that there's no weight put on that foot, that you're just resting back and just banging that foot off the floor, because you need that foot to be constantly free and light, because there's no time to lose before you put it back and start yourself off moving through the step. So as soon as it goes out, you should nearly think that you've stepped on a hot poker. As soon as you put it out, pull it back as fast as you can. And that will move you really fast, no pauses, through onto the next piece. And that's what holds the rhythm of this battering here. Okay, so we go again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Okay, so because we drove the two pieces, no pauses, and we sort of ran them into each other, there's space for a beat in this section of the music. And that beat that we add in is a lovely marker to kind of signal that we've finished on this right side, and it kind of, it sort of sections everything off in our minds as we dance, and we know then that it's all tidied up here on the right, and before we're going to move to the other side. So the stamp that we add in, the beat that's left in the music here that needs to be added, is just a stamp on our right foot. So I'm going to dance those two pieces together, and then I'm going to finish it out, finish off the section with the stamp on my right foot. So just watch me. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. So that's the whole piece done on the right side. So try that with me. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Okay, I'm going to try now from this side. So I hope that will give you a clear idea of where my body weight is as I move through that step. So start off again with your right foot, and you can dance along with me, and it goes like this. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and step. All together. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and step. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Okay, so I'm going to dance just from the front, and this is literally just to give you an idea of the spacing of my feet. So when I'm teaching, everything is always very pronounced, and that's just so I make sure that we're all on the right foot, on the same foot. Just so we are putting our weight where we need to, and hitting the right section of our foot, I'll be very pronounced in the teaching. But as we get more comfortable with the step, just for the Shannon style, it's going to come back very, very narrow. So I always say try and dance with your feet close to each other and then close to the floor, and that will make it very nice, tidy, neat dancing. So this is how I would position myself for this step. Just from the front, if you want to see how neat I try to keep it. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. And you can see I sort of show off this section of my foot to the audience as I'm dancing. And that gives a nice shape right up through the leg and then up into your upper body. So if a lot of your dancing at that point has been sort of forward and you want to kind of mix it up a bit, a little bit of this into the step, then visually it just it's a nice bit of contrast to what's come before if you want to throw that in. So it's nice to put a bit of a twist on it, as they'd say here at home. Okay, so let's try. We'll go through that step again. We'll drill it a few more times, and then we'll start bringing in the left side. So just keep that in your mind. Nice, neat, tidy stepping. Feet close to each other, feet close to the floor, and make sure not to put any weight on those stamps. Think, like I said, that you've just touched off a hot poker and pull your foot straight back. Okay, let's go again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stop. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and step. Okay, so that's everything that we need for the right side. And now we're going to move over to the left. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Like I said, a lovely rhythmic step, the same idea over and over again. So nothing new to learn in terms of movements. We just have to swap it over to the left side. So we start off, left side goes out. So left foot hits out off the floor. No weight on it. We're just making a beat. We're just making that noise to stamp off the floor. Then we pull that foot back straight away. Pull back. So try that with me, those 2 beats. Out and pull back. Again, out, back. Again, out, back. And again, out, back. And again, out, back. And even as I dance these out and pull backs, I notice in my upper body, I nearly lean back. So I kind of hold myself back from the step. I make sure that I'm not leaning forward because I'm trying everything I can to make sure that I don't lean onto that stamp. Because if I lean onto it, I'll get stuck on it and I won't be able to pull it back for the next beat. So my posture changes. I get slightly better posture. I put my shoulders back. I pull everything back and away from that stamp going out in the left. Just so in my mind, I'm constantly conscious that it's just a stamp off the floor and pull it straight back. Just a bit of noise, a bit of shape, and pull it back. So we have out, we've pulled it back. And then the little beat has to come in on the right foot now this time. So the heel work is coming in on the right this time. So we have 2 beats here. We have a 1-2 beat. First one comes from the heel. So the heel's going to hit off the floor. That's beat number 1. And second beat, just put your foot back where you started. So we have 1 is in the heel, and 2, put your foot back where it started. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Heel, down. Heel, down. Heel, down. So we're just kicking out. Go to the side so you can see what I'm doing with the heel. It's really just brushing off the floor to make that beat with the heel connecting and down. Very fast, very snappy, and all coming from the heel. I always have my toes pushed right up to the top of my shoe, making sure that my toes are coming up, pulling the heel down, so I don't have to think too much about what I'm doing. I have no other option but to hit the heel off the floor if I'm moving that foot, because it's already in position long before I connect to the floor. So again, it's 1, 2. 1, 2. Heel down. Heel down. Heel down. Heel down. Okay, I'll go back in position. And we'll try those 2 pieces together. So if you just want to watch me first, I put my left foot out, I pull it back. Right foot, first beat, with the heel. Second beat, I just put it back down. And watch me one more time, and I'll just call it out, back, 1, 2. Okay, try that with me. So our left foot is going out, back, 1, 2. Again, 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 out, back, 1, 2. Okay, so that is all that we need to know for the left side. Now we're going to have to double it up. So what we danced just there, we're going to do 2 times in a row. So let's start off and we're going to double everything. I'll dance it first just so you get an idea of it, and then we'll all try it together. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. So I doubled up everything there. Okay, so we'll try it together. Left foot starting. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. This time I'm going to go on this side so you get an idea of where the body weight is going and the shapes that I'm making as I dance it. So we go together again. The 2 running into each other, no pauses. If you're feeling a bit more comfortable with this section, use that little trick. Start bringing your feet closer to the floor and closer to each other. Okay, ready? Go. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Okay, one more time from this side. And we still have to add in our finishing stamp that finishes out that section. But we'll just drill one more time what we have so far. So left foot out, off we go again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Again. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. One more time. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2. Okay, so what we did there again, we ran each section into the other. So, oh, my apologies. Just checking here, we're okay on time. We are. So we ran those 2 sections into each other. And we've space here again to put in that beat. So we're going to finish out this section fully, and we're going to put that beat in on our left foot. So I'm just going to show you now where that nice finishing off ending beat comes in. The exact same as the side that went before. It's going to come in at the very end, and I think they're really lovely, like the way they're placed there, because they do in your mind sort of section out each piece of this battering section. So everything is very, it's nearly sort of in its own little compartment, and it kind of helps you from getting anyways lost in the step as you go through it. So on the left side, we'll just see that ending beat at the very, very end of the double up. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stop. So it's one more stamp coming in on the left side. So let's try that all together. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stop. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stop. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. And again, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. So that's everything that we need for the step. And like I said, it's just a case of dancing that over and over again. So we've danced the right side, we've danced the left side, and we do that twice, and that fills out our 8 bars of music. Now, I'm just conscious of the time on our meeting. So if we lose any time or we lose any connection on the screen, will you just log back into the meeting and I'll open it up again straight away. So if you lose me at all in the next few minutes, don't panic. I'll reload the meeting and we'll start all together again. Okay, so let's look at the 2 sides together and we'll see how they fit and how they're feeling for us. So we start off with our right foot. And I'm going to dance it all for you, and then I'll get you to join in with me. So just watch what we've done so far. I'll just dance myself. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. So that's the 2 sides running into each other. And when you dance that twice, it fills out the whole step. So let's do a little bit of a drill of the 2 sides. We're going to start off with our right foot and go nice and slowly. Okay, are you ready? Off we go. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp, left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Okay, off we go again, right side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Over to the left. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Right side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Right side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Okay, I'm going to try from this angle. So nice and neat, feet close to each other. And remember again, each out, just think you've stepped on something hot, pull your foot straight back. That'll keep you nice and fast through the step. Okay, right foot, off we go. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down, left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down, right side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down, left side. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and down. Okay, from this side, right foot first, throw your right foot straight out on the floor, off we go. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down, left side, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and stamp. Right side, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, down, left side, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, and down. Okay, from the side again, a little bit more of a drill. Right foot, off we go. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp, left foot, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp, right foot, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp, left foot, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp, right foot, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp, left foot, out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Out, back, 1, 2, out, back, 1, 2, stamp. Okay, so I think we're ready for the music. So I've fired on. It's a nice